Okay, so we're going to go through the steps in setting up the store. So first of all, you're going to want to make sure you have the store installed. You should, but if you do not, let me just quickly show you how you would install it. So you want to go to Setup. You do need to be logged in as Global Admin. We'll go to App Store, click on Applications, and in the list here, just make sure Point of Sale and Inventory is installed. So it is installed, we can move forward. So we're going to want to come up into Company Setup, come down to Applications, and then go into the Store section. So there's a few things we need to set up in here. First of all, the receipt. So on the right, there's one record. We just want to click on it and fill out the information with our information. So if you want to use a header or a footer, you can. I'm just going to delete it. Header being text at the top of the receipt, footer text at the bottom, so a seasonal greeting or a return policy. You'll want to click in here, fill out your address, company phone number, and if you require to have a tax registration number on your receipt, this is where you would put them. So I'm just going to save. So now we have our receipt set up. So we don't need to do anything in store objects. We will want to come down to customers and just make sure one little setting is correct. So we want to click on lead, and where it says name here, we want to be able to search by the full name. So switch that to full name, come into student, and do the same thing. Switch that to full name, and then save. Okay, so then moving on, you'll come into store settings, and the only thing you'll really do in here is create discounts. So there's a tab up at the top called discount. Now maybe we have a staff discount, so you'd call it staff and say whether it's a percentage or a dollar amount. So maybe my staff gets 50% off. So I'm saying the name of the discount is staff, the type is a percentage, and the value is 50%. So then you would just hit add and continue to add any other discounts that you may have. Alright, so that's all we need to look at in this setup portion. So I'm going to close that. Now I'm going to add a tab, and you should have a section here called Store and Inventory. So to enter in your products and your services, you'll either use product or service. Products being, t-shirts, stuff like that. Services may be testing fees and private lessons. So we'll start with products. Now there is one example one in here. You can just delete it if you like, and then go ahead and start adding your own. So maybe I'll put in a t-shirt. Don't think I have a picture of a t-shirt, but I'll put a picture of something else in. Okay, so there's the photo. So maybe this is a white t-shirt. Have 10 on hand. It's small, and the price is $10. So if you need to charge tax, what you would do is hit add tax, grab the tax, and that would be it. So if you wanted to enter in the UPC code, you could. For barcodes. So then you would just save. So we've entered in one product. Alright, so now to enter in other versions of the same thing, so maybe we have a large white t-shirt as well, you would hit clone, and then here you could just change the size. And then probably update the barcode number, and then save. So it's a nice easy way to get all of your inventory entered in. Alright, so then services would be the same. We would just add a tab, come into Store and Inventory, come into Services, and I'll delete the one on file. So maybe I'll add an exam fee, and this is $75. Because it's a service, I don't charge any tax, and an image is probably not necessary. So then you would just save. So between the products tab and the services tab, you'll add your inventory. Okay, so then I'm going to close both of these and actually open up the store itself. So if I go to store, so now you can see my items on the right. I can sort them by products or just by services or all items. So let's charge this person maybe for a t-shirt. So I'm just going to click on the cart and an exam fee. But this is a staff member, so maybe I want to give them a discount on the t-shirt. So I would just come up to discount right here, give it a click, say staff. So now they're getting half off this t-shirt. Okay, so now I would just search for the name of the student. So I just typed in the first two letters of their name. It found Jimbo. So we just click on that, hit checkout, and now you can choose how they want to pay. So if it was a credit card, you could just come to Finance Info, say Add New. If you had a card swiper, go ahead and give it a swipe. If you already had their information on file, you could just choose it and it would fill it in for you. Because I'm not activated with credit cards, I can't use either of these pay methods, so I'm just going to say cash. But all you would do is say Add Payment. Shows you over here. They they paid $80 in cash, and then you'd hit complete. So that's how you would ring a transaction through the store. It should ask me now if I want to print a receipt. So then you would just go ahead and say print, and it would print off a receipt. I'm going to cancel. So that's how you would ring something through. Now if we go to the student I just sold that to, go over, you can see he has a purchases tab, and you can see right in here there's the exam fee and there's the t-shirt. So it keeps a record on the student of what they've bought. Okay, so every now and then people need receipts reprinted, or they need to do a refund, or they want to return something. So how you would do that is come into transaction. You could just search by the name of the person, but all these transactions are for this one person, so I do already know. So here's the clothing he bought, and you can see on the left here it shows exactly what was purchased. To the left you can see it says print receipt, so if I hit that I could reprint the receipt, or I could do a return. So it's just saying you're about to return this transaction, do you want to proceed? I say proceed, and now that has been refunded. So it'll return that item into inventory, and the money's the person's money would be refunded, or if it was cash or check, you would give it to them. But if it was through credit card, it would be returned.